Okay, chapter 3, section 4, number 10. It took 2 hours for our airplane to go against the wind, and he went 240 miles. Going the same speed without the wind, same amount of gas applied, I guess you could say. Now, the return trip with the wind, of course, he could go a lot faster. Only took him 1 hour and 12 minutes. The same 240 miles on the return trip with the wind, with the tailwind. So the question is, what is the speed of the plane without the wind, and what's the speed of the wind? So we got to label them. So we'll call it x is speed of the wind. Speed of plane without the wind, which is what he was doing both ways. So the wind helped and it didn't help, depending on which way it was going. And then y will be the speed of the wind. So I'm going to set this one up like I did number 9, which I also have a video for. Uploaded it on the course website, chapter 3, under videos. So I like this setup here. So we'll go with the wind or against the wind, because it doesn't really matter which one's which. Against and with the wind on both cases here. Okay. So against. Let's do the first one. Against the wind, it took 2 hours, 240 miles. We can fill all that in right away. And what's the rate? Well, the speed of the plane is x. Against the wind, you'd have to subtract off the wind. So it's x minus y. That's the speed. If he's going 300 miles an hour, if the wind's 50, you take the 300 miles without the wind cuts him back by 50, it'd be down to 250, just for an example. And just with the wind's just the reverse. He gets to go that much faster. The speed of the wind, you add it on. But here it took 1 hour, 12 minutes. We got to go all hours. So we got to convert the 12 minutes to hours. So you divide by 60, right? So 12 divided by 60, it's 0.2. So it's 1.2 hours. That might be a good way to do it. Same distance, 240. Okay, so now we supply the formula. Rate times time is distance. So you multiply these across. 2 times x minus y equals 240. 1.2 times x plus y equals 240. Now we got to have two equations, two unknowns. So let's solve it. So the first one's 2x minus 2y equals 240. I'm going to divide by 2 just to clean it up. So that's x minus y equals 120, right? Nothing wrong with doing something like that. It just cleans it up. I'm going to do the same thing on the second one. 1.2x plus 1.2y equals 240. What if I divide by 1.2? Yeah, it looks good. So it's going to be x plus y, 240 divided by 1.2 is 200. Now we take these equations and slide them over here. And I'm going to add them together because the y vanishes. If you see, notice that. So the y's go away there, and you're going to get 2x equals, what, 320? So the speed of the plane without the wind is going to be 320 divided by 2, 160. And then take the x, plug it back into either one. The second one looks easy. So if x is 160 here, 160 plus what give you 200? 160 plus 40, is it? Okay, so those are the speed of the plane without the wind, and the wind is 40. So miles per hour. Hope that helps.